Hello everybody and welcome back to day 4, the final day of the Elite Dangerous live streams. This is the very final part. Oh,
boo.
boo. But actually also, huge round of applause here to everybody who's been coming along as well. So thank you so much for joining us. You've been really incredible. And everybody at home as well who's been watching, coming along, getting involved, joining in the competitions.
Making it that it's not just 3 guys sort of talking to each other.
3 blokes have a chat about space on TV for a bit. But I've enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed it.
Massively so.
I've really enjoyed having the beige cowboy here. Sandy Samarco, everybody. Round of applause to Sandy Samarco. Woo! He's just been so good this entire time. He's had to say no a few times, but he's a firm man. And that's what I like about him.
Sandy Samarco, the realistic man.
Realistic. I like that. Yeah, I like that.
There you go.
And that's the name of your autobiography, I think, isn't it? The Realistic
Realism.
Man.
No, it's Realism, Sandy Samarco.
Yeah. There we go.
Anyway.
And right next to me here is, of course, it's producer. Producer Adam Woods. Hey. Who is probably equally as good as everybody else here.
Yeah, he's good. He's great.
Yeah, it's been a very long...
His man gets things done. He produces.
I don't ever want you to do my autobiography or biography.
It's not very good, is it?
No, not really.
Yes. Well, thank you very much for joining. Today, we are going to be closing things off with the recap all the things that we've been talking about.
Yep.
We did do the recap again as well this morning, touching on some things.
We only touched on a small slither of 2.2 recap, so there's still lots more to just go over again. Make sure you got all the details, all the juicy gossip from Gamescom. Juicy gossip. We've got more giveaways, of course, as well, and one final amazing giveaway, which I think is really incredible. Money can't buy type prizes. And I think that we do have a giveaway that we arranged earlier. Somebody can feed to me the winner of that. That would be fantastic as well. The chance to name your own... it was the starport, wasn't it? Yeah.
Name your own starport.
So
we'll find a winner for that, and they're going to let me know through the microphone if possible. Did I? I did already, didn't I? No, I didn't. No, that was a different competition. I'm talking to people behind the scenes now.
It's like having a phone conversation.
Yeah. No, I know I look good. Thank you for mentioning it. You don't need to comment. You don't need to tell. Yeah. Oh, we should probably have this conversation later on.
Yeah, probably.
As in, yeah.
When not everyone else is sat watching us.
We've also got the final part of the David Braben interviews as well. That's part 4, the conclusion.
The conclusion of it all.
I have to say as well, I'm sorry that there's been some interruptions, technical difficulties throughout, but we have replaced the DB video part 4. So this is a new video that hasn't been seen anywhere.
Right. Okay.
This is a new. It's been replaced and put in. Sure. So we think we've cleaned it up, but you'll have to see to find out.
Have to find out to see. Yeah.
Have to see.
Make sure it's all right.
Cool. But we have got some stuff to talk through, and I think we should get on. We've got some questions as well. Yep. You can still use the hashtag EDGC16, and you'll be using it at the end as well for this prize, which is really fantastic. We'll give away, I think, 2 more. I think we've got 2 more prizes to give away.
Wow.
2 more prizes.
Lovely.
Fantastic. So let's queue up our first video. Let's get jumping in straight away with something a bit lighter, something a bit cooler. If you are into looking fly while you're driving around on the planet's surfaces, then we've got a solution for you. What is it, Adam?
It sounds like a 90s DJ.
I'm excited.
So, to complement beautifully the fact that you can already buy paint jobs for your main ship and your fighters, we're also bringing paint jobs to SRVs as well.
Yeah.
So the theming goes right across all your vehicles now. You can buy the paint jobs. You can, I think, as you so rightfully put this morning, you can either theme lovely or you can counter theme and, be all very artistic with it. So, yep, SRVs are getting paint jobs as well at 2.2.
Fantastic. Let's roll the footage and you can talk over them as well. Which
just showing off some of the kind of the flat colours, the basic colours, the militaire, I think they're called militaire, and tactical and vibrant.
That's like a NASA colour scheme almost.
Yeah,
black and white.
Like if NASA got involved with militaries in a way.
Well, they are, aren't they? Oh, maybe not. I don't know.
Ooh. That's a reveal all over again. Yeah, so, and that's the desert red, I think it is. My favourite is the blue one, especially because it's on a really nice ice planet as well, so it all suits it very well, very nice. It's funny how it changes, just the colour changes kind of the look of the SRV.
It's all about customisation.
Yeah.
Personal expression.
Yeah, absolutely. And they've gone down very well, I believe. So Yeah.
That's my favourite.
That's your favourite.
Yeah,
I
bright and
always think
bold.
of the ASBO.
Bright and bold. Get the ASBO SRV,
SLV.
and you'll get me there with my cowboy hat.
Yeah, look at that. Fantastic. So, SRV paint jobs 2.2, the Guardians, mid-October.
Yeah,
along with fighter paint jobs as well.
Yeah, I found something here. I have stumbled across an item that apparently is going to be given away to somebody right now. I don't know where it came from. I've got no idea. It just appeared here. It is, of course, the Thrustmaster joystick.
Sweet.
We have picked a winner. It is Commander Sneak on Twitter. So we will be in touch with you. You are now the proud owner of a brand new Thrustmaster, which is very, very exciting.
Congratulations.
Well done.
Excellent stuff. So still other things to give away. But the biggie from the morning was in most people's opinions, I imagine, is the chance to name your own starport.
Yes.
So we asked the chat what they would call it. Unfortunately, I don't have the name of what they decided to call it. Sorry, but I'm sure there were some great ideas in there. Tolligarth's Junkyard. So
wow.
Send us a message, Tolligarth's Junkyard.
Congratulations.
Unless
yeah, well done.
Unless maybe that's what he would call it, Tolligarth's Junkyard. So maybe it's Tolligarth. Yeah,
Maybe.
either way, whoever chose that, you are the winner. You get the chance to name your own station in Elite Dangerous. That's pretty massive stuff, actually.
That's huge, yeah.
That's going to become...
Then everyone's going to your starport.
It's persistent.
It's persistent. Everyone sees it, so that's massive. It's
immortalized.
So if you send us a message on the YouTube channel here, on this very YouTube channel, and we can pick it up, make sure you're verified, and then in touch with you about how you can pick the name and tell us about the name. Very good. And it'll be within reason, all right? Nothing too silly. I know what you like. All right, another video. So one thing that we touched on this morning was the ship launch fighters.
The dancing. Yes, ship launch fighters.
It's been a long 4 days. Please help me. Ship launch fighters. But we have another thing that's in there, and that's, of course, NPC fighters that can join you.
Yeah.
So we do have a video illustrating that, and then I want you to take over and talk about it for ages.
So not only can you launch your own fighters, you can now also hire yourself a fighter pilot. So you can go to Crew Lounge at many of the starports found across the galaxy and take a look at the wonderfully unique looking fighter pilots, all based on our awesome looking avatar system that's already generating all the faction faces and other faces within the game. You can take a look at their own backstory, their own little bit of a bio, how they've got to where they are. There are various ranks that you can buy as well. So if you've got the money, if you're feeling a bit flush, you can buy up to around, I think it's expert, or you can also buy the lower ranks and actually nurture them through their career as or their combat rank. The combat rank itself works as it already works for your combat rank, so as they get kills, they get XP and experience, and then they'll start ranking up. And if they hit the thresholds, they'll move up into the next one. So harmless, mostly harmless. We all know the classic ranks. The really nice thing is that you can then nurture, although you can't hire an elite fighter pilot, you can actually nurture him all the way, or her, all the way up to elite. So you can have quite a devastating fighter pilot in your ship, either in your main ship, of course, or in the fighter as well. So pretty spectacular stuff. I was really pleased to be able to talk about this one. I think obviously we'd kind of sneak peeked that fighters was coming quite a while ago now, or back at GDC I think it was. But no one really knew about the fighter pilots and the ability that they, or the horizons, the different things that the fighter pilots give, the different options they give them. So really looking forward to seeing what you guys and gals get on with these pilots in the game. Of course, once they're in the fighter, you can give them a variety of military-style orders as well, from focus on my target, fire at will, just go crazy, any hostiles in the area. Be a bit more defensive, so wait for aggressors to attack you. Hold fire, just stop completely. And of course, you can recall them as well, at which point they'll try to dock with your ship. But just like, so they use the telepresence just like you do. They're not actually in the fighter, they stay in the bay on board your ship, which means you can instantly swap and hot swap into your fighter, and they will then take over the main ship as well. Again, the orders work the other way around, so you can order them in your main ship, just like you can order them in your fighter, really doubling that firepower that you can bring to any of the combat situations.
I haven't really thought about this that much, but I suppose in a multiplayer situation, you can get quite a little fleet going in a wing now.
Yeah,
In a wing,
you can get quite a formidable. That's a tired way of saying it. A formidable combat.
Sorry.
8 ships.
Just forget where we are.
8 ships.
8
4
ships,
fighters,
yeah,
4
yeah,
main
yeah.
ships. That's a lot of ship.
That's a lot of shit.
That's
A lot of combat.
A hell of ship.
Yeah, hellish.
I'm staying away.
All right, so while this continues to play out and comes to an end on this video, why don't we, let's see, well, got some questions, but before we answer some questions, I want to ask you what your favourite thing coming to
2.2.
Favourite?
Your favourite
Favourite
new
feature
thing.
2.2. What's
Okay.
yours? Yeah.
Well, I've got 2 really though. I want 3 actually. It's basically ship transfer, module transfer, shady contacts for doing extrajudicial payments because they help the core gameplay.
Yeah.
And everyone loves a bit of core gameplay. Core gameplay.
Core gameplay.
Blimey.
Well, everyone uses it every day.
Exactly, all the time.
Beginners, intermediates, experts. They're the things you do all the time, every day. So, yeah, they're very, very important.
But that's not to say I don't like the giant headline features of ship launch fighters and passenger gameplay because they're also awesome.
Yeah.
So I just like all of it really. I want all of it. That's it. It's all of it.
For me, it's ship launch fighters.
For me, it's all of it. And that sounds like such a silly thing. I just like how all of the little improvements. And also, there are other improvements as well. There's obviously fancy stuff that we can tell everybody at home. Oh, ship launch fighters. Oh, you know, NPC crew, not crew, NPC fighters, basically, and things like that. There's all sorts of those kind of things. But there are also lots of changes happening behind the scenes as well.
Yeah.
Sort of just improvements, bug squashing, just quality of life improvements. There's so much going on there.
I had a little sneak peek at the changelog that we build up over time, and as a lot of people are very passionate about reading the changelog when we post it out, you'll be pleased with this one.
With what's going on.
Yeah. As you can already get a taste of how much we've spoken about in the last 3 days or 3.5 days, you can tell there's a lot coming in 2.2, and even more so than we haven't really spoken about. All the, like you're saying, all the background stuff, all the tweaks, all fixes, stabilities, optimizations, performance. It's incredible. The team have really pulled it out of the bag again. Yeah,
absolutely. And so remember as well, don't leave. Stay with us because we do have the final part.
You can't leave on the last part.
You can't just stay with us, please.
It's the last part.
We're friends now. So stay with us until that because it is incredible. We'll be closing on the David Braben interview. It's really good stuff.
Yeah.
And also we have a community video to show as well.
Awesome.
More catch-up and some questions, which I'm going to look. Zach, Dale, thank you so much for spending ages, and
thank
Bo
you
as
everyone
well.
for sending them in as well.
Yeah, and thank you everyone for questions, for going through these for ages.
Let's do this.
Getting these. So let's try and quick fire some stuff.
Let's go. Yeah.
All right. Commander Chaos Wolf says, does the new Starport Services livery button mean you can change aesthetics in a station without an outfitters?
Yeah. Unfortunately, no, it doesn't. It's a hot link to outfitting. So outfitting does still need to be there at the port services. It's just a quicker way. We know that you want to change those things over often. And again, it's another quality of life thing. It's just quick access. But outfitting does still need to be present. So the button will be redded out if outfitting isn't there.
Okay. On Twitter, Egon Duval says, do my hired pilots, I don't know if I'm doing a voice for Egon Duval, do my hired
It's because
pilots
of Duval,
stay with me
Duval
forever?
being a power, you've gone all majestic.
Do I lose them when I buy a new ship?
No, you don't. The fighter pilots, the only way you're going to lose them is if you fire them or you kill them by being a naughty person and having your ship blow up.
Okay.
If you change ships to a vessel that doesn't have a hangar, then all fighter pilots will be on shore leave until you switch back. But other than that,
but still there.
They're still there. You can still get hold of them.
Yeah.
Okay, Alec Komarnitsky, that'll do, says, with the Beluga and Orca getting these super luxury bulkheads / rooms, but what about the Clipper? Is that not meant to move VIPs?
Right, so the Clipper isn't getting the top-end luxury cabins because although it can transport people, and there is various law of it transporting important people, it's not a passenger liner.
No.
So in 2.2, it's the Beluga and the Orca that get the top-end super luxury vessels, cabins.
Okay, Noble Avatar says, will the AFM start to be able, will the AFM be able to manufacture heat sinks and SCBs in this patch in the future?
So
Shield cell banks for anybody.
No,
who doesn't
that's
know
cool.
what.
I've got that one. So not initially for 2.2, but we're always interested in creating new blueprints, not recipes, for modules. The AFM is a module. We have synthesis, so it's something it's been on the cards for a while.
Right.
I'm not sure when we're going to get around to it. So unfortunately, not 2.2, but I don't think there's any technical barrier for it. So hopefully, it will come at some point.
So for anybody who's watching here at the side as well, we are communicating directly to all of our amazing community back at home, and that's why we're going into these sort of nitty-gritty things that these guys really care about. And so
it's
thanks.
important.
Thanks for sticking around and watching these bits anyway, though. So it's really awesome to see you.
Some useful information.
It is. It's all very useful information. All of this that's coming. Wolfenden 2000 says, with the root plotter update, is that coming to version 1, example 1.7?
Oh, this
So
is
if
quite
you own the
quite a
original.
complicated and long answer. So I'll start. I'll try and rattle through it quickly.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
But
So,
bird snap.
we've been practicing
Save
these
that one up for day
jokes
4.
over the few years.
Yeah.
All right,
No, all seriously, yes. The root plotter will be able to use the filter in non-Horizons in Season 1 dangerous stuff. It's a quality of life thing that we think everyone should get hold of. So yes, yeah.
Okay. How have you? I've just caught us in here. How have you managed to look more awake as we've gone through the days? Whereas I
He's had
huge.
he's had his currywurst.
That's it.
I have had my currywurst
with
shaving his face.
Currywurst is really,
Okay.
really nice.
Epic Maya.
So I just think, I'm just going to say that. Look, I can attest to currywurst being way too nice.
That's Epic Maya. Currywurst rare commodity confirmed. With the White Dwarfs
Good, it's
supercharging the FSD, are there any plans for a module to store that energy for later use?
Guess who's come to the party?
Sandro Nosamako.
Yeah, because
All right.
Sandy
that's
the
a no.
realist. Yeah.
Look, it's a pretty cool idea actually. It's just that of all the zillions of things we're doing for 2.2, that wasn't on the list.
No.
And it, in fairness, probably would kick up a bunch of interesting complications and issues we have to deal with.
Yeah.
So not going to rule it out completely, but definitely, I am going to rule it out completely for 2.2.
Yeah.
Just saying. Sorry.
Okay, another question. Pleppy asks, and that's probably not how you pronounce his name, but I've always done it that way, so I'm going to carry on doing it now. He says, what parts are part of Horizon and what parts are not in 2.2?
Yeah.
Adam, you got this.
What does that? Wait, what does he mean? I'm not sure what he means.
So largely, high level, the Belugas 2.2 only, ship launch fighters and AI.
So he's saying what's in
fighter.
Horizons and what not is not in Season 2.
Yeah, sorry.
These are Horizons.
This is Horizons,
Okay.
yeah. So Horizons only is the Beluga, the ship launch fighters, the fighter pilots, and anything planet side that we've discussed obviously is inherently Horizons only because you have to get down to the
It would be
planets.
pretty rude if we said, oh no, all the planets is for Season 1 as well, but you can't get to it.
Yeah.
SLV
So
paint
it's got
jobs.
Season 2.
That's largely we'll make a better, definitely a detailed list, make it available at some point.
Of course, yeah, absolutely.
Just to clarify everything,
Yes.
but largely the big key stuff. That's where we are.
All right, let's queue up another video, and we'll have to keep answering questions as we play through the video because we're cracking through actually already. So. Let's bring up the NPC crew and then the switching to fighter example. I don't know if you actually showed that already before, but hey, we should bring up that video anyway.
I think we did, but I did mention it before, so it's always worth having another look at it.
Yep.
Because like I said, so at this point in this scenario, you're the infamous Commander Edmund.
Oh yeah.
It's just, attacking a peaceful miner. I've already got the fighter out escorting me on my right-hand wing. And even though when you have an AI fighter, you don't lose the ability to hot swap into that fighter. What you gain is the fact that they will then take over your main ship, so you can really decide, what do you want to do today? Do you want to be a fighter? That sounds like what do you want to do today? What, do you want to be in the fighter? Do you want to be in the main ship?
Yeah.
Do you think that your fighter pilot's skilled enough to, take care of your ship? So lots of different decisions. And all open for you to quickly do. You quickly hot swap in, hot swap back out again, depending on what the situation is. So here, it looked to me like my fighter pilot wasn't doing so great, so I jumped straight into my fighter to let her take over my kill back. And then I think at a point where you turn your focus away from me, you being Commander Edmund, the infamous pirate of the galaxy, you turn your attention to the kill back again. So quick little switch to mothership, and away I go.
Cool. I'm going to get on some questions as well. One, this is going to go out, and eventually we'll let that play through. Basically, Arms Like Noodles, thank you for your question, Noodles, says he uses the hashtag EDGC16 to ask, piloting a fighter and having wingmen, can you track ship status and shield status of your fighters and yourself and things like that? How do you track that sort of stuff?
With magic.
With magic.
Otherwise known as interface that we haven't shown yet.
Oh, okay.
But there will be
interface. More to
see. Yeah, there will be interface that will give you the information about whichever ship you're not in as well as the ship you're in. But I wasn't lying about the magic. It's magic how it works.
It is still magic how they
cast
do it.
Spells. They have ingredients. Has casting times.
Stop saying magic.
It's space magic.
Space
magic. Not confirmed for 2.2.
Hey, one thing that I've noticed. Hey, that was a weird one, wasn't it? Hey, it's very over familiar. Like we're just like at the pub. Have we shown like almost a mixture of how the UIs look, like an older version of the game in the video, and then like a picture that came out?
Well,
that's
fun.
actually
I mean, if you look at some of my older tutorial videos and stuff, it's quite interesting to see how quickly things have moved on and improved and got better and better, even over a relatively short amount of time. And then even going back further into like the alpha and things like that.
I can't remember that far back.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
It's quite different.
It's
quite
More questions.
Very different.
Yeah.
So, from Alave Rick, can you stack the Neutron boost and the synthesis boost?
Unfortunately not. They both effectively do the same thing. So whichever one you do will override the last one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
so basically, don't synthesize if you've just taken a beating to get some super fuel from a neutron star or a white dwarf.
Yeah.
My voice wasn't really low then. I don't know
But then
why.
on the other way round, if you've got the materials to synthesize, but you're near a white dwarf, don't waste your synthesis stuff. Go to the white dwarf and scoop instead. So,
Absolutely.
Does it?
It works.
So a favourite over the amongst you guys in the community with this week with the planet maps and how they look different now in the system map. So can we show that video?
They look very different, as in they look like the actual planet
like
now.
They do
it's
now,
fantastic.
Have we got the super potato planet in here as well?
Yeah, the potato goodness, which is the first one.
Look at him.
Potato
so you can really...
So tasty.
Yeah.
You peel that skin back, it's
and the way
awesome.
that you can see all the mountain ranges at a glance. It's incredible. It's really nice. I think a lot of people could spend many hours just investigating all the different planets and the way the procedural generation of the planets based on scientific data creates these crazy looking
shout out to the team members that did this stuff. It's awesome.
It's unbelievable. I didn't expect it, and then someone told me about it. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I still don't understand how it works. Anyway, while that plays out, let's do some more questions. So, Aiden28 says, can you have fighters deployed on the surface of the planet? And can you have an SRV deployed with an NPC fighter deployed at the same time?
You got this?
Yeah. So, no, you can't deploy a fighter and an SRV from the same main ship. However, of course, if you do want to do a base attack or a base run, wing up, get friends involved, and then you can have a multi-vehicle offensive team to take out all the different parts that you need to. A little fighter to skim around, SRV to take some of the firepower away from it, the main ship maybe, giving some heavy air support, things like that. It's a real nice addition. So don't feel like it's you can't because we're taking it away. It's actually an addition of getting people involved and having these multi-vehicle assaults.
Excellent, and really knocking through these videos now. Why don't we show the capital ship being docked? One of your favourite things in there. I know that you really like this.
It's my favourite because it's showing off the best capital ship, being the Federal one, of course. But it also shows off the dedication and the passion that the art guys put into every single asset that we put into the game. It's a vanity item as such, it's a really nice place just to meet up, have a look around, drink in the sheer scale of these things. When I took this footage, you'll see in some of it, I'm in my Corvette, and I've seen these things before, but I was still astounded at the size of them. They're incredible.
I think it's just a great example of the variety that's going into the game. So if you can talk a little bit about the CQC arena, environments.
Yeah.
So it's not bringing arena into the main game in a weird way. It's more just the
it's more environment variety in places that people can go to and play the game around and find AI traffic to interact with and pirate and bounty hunt. or find, meet up with friends from the multiplayer side of things. I think a lot of the player groups will use these things probably in interesting ways that we haven't thought of, just like they have done with all the other things as well in Elite, which I've been astounded by. You never think you give people tools and suddenly they're doing it in ways you never thought of, which is amazing.
Because they're kind of built for ships to fly around them quite quickly, a lot of them. So that's a lot of
races in fighters as well now.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
As part of the racing
and more
scene.
nimble as well.
Yeah, super maneuverable.
And more environments. That's it. And based on the simulation that's running Elite. So there'll still be colour and difference and where possible. So
should be a lot of fun. Very exciting.
Yeah.
Very
fantastic.
exciting.
So, questing guide.
Shoot.
Can you have your ship sit on orbit at a planet and take a fighter into the atmosphere to explore the world?
No, you can't. There are 2 reasons. One,
Sorry.
Your fighters don't have frameshift drives, so they can't travel long distances, very long distances, which you normally need when you're exploring a planet, because our planets are more or less 1-to-1 scale, which means if you were just to fly around them normally, at normal space speeds, it would take forever. And the other one is that ship fighters have a tether.
Yeah.
Ship fighters have a tether. So, because we telepresence into the fighters, you're not actually in them. If the fighter travels too far, the telepresence link is broken. So it's the main difference between fighters and the SRVs. The SRVs don't have a tether, so you can.
Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Sunday,
I do apologise. I am literally losing my mind.
It's been a long.
But basically, all it comes down to is that ships have a tether. That's it.
What do the ships have? What?
They have a tether.
You're such a joker. Let's move on to the next question.
Yeah. Very quickly. Yes. Very quickly.
Sorry, that's my job to do that. I should have done that a while ago. All right, no, let's not do that. Let's talk about some of the cool anything else. Some of the cool aesthetic stuff that's coming, the cosmetic stuff that's coming in. We've got new paint jobs. New paint jobs for the fighters. We've got new paint jobs, the wireframe ones, and more paint jobs coming for, we said this morning, the Corvette and the Cutter, right?
I think basically we're going to turn into a paint job factory. I think from 2.2 onwards, we're just going to try and.
But it seems that, the reception of them so far is amazing. So if you guys want to keep taking, if you want them, we'll keep producing them.
And there's the ship kits as well.
Ship kits as well.
Yeah, they're awesome.
We have one of the people's favourite up here.
The Python.
And hopefully, if you haven't seen this,
look
you can
at
see it
that.
now. It's very cool.
That's amazing.
Using all the different, you don't have to use it as.
No, so that's just one example of using. When you buy a kit, you're buying a variety of different pieces that you can then change or at your own will put onto slots or not, basically, and then you could put different variety or different variations in the slots.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and somebody asks here on Twitch. This is kind of slightly unrelated. But it goes back to the cap shipyard we were talking about before.
Yeah.
It's saying they look really cool, but what can you do at those? And I think you've actually given me a little answer there.
Yeah.
I don't know if you
They're fixed persistent locations, just like other locations in space. So all of the normal gameplay is available there, including possibly collecting materials, collecting cargo. It's worth noting, and again, there's a big caveat: no ETA, no guarantee, but they also create a really good foundation for anything that we might want to do in the future. Yeah. Once we've got these fixed locations, we can. Who knows where we might go with that? It's very exciting.
Yeah, I think some of it also is sort of what you're alluding to there is having the tech in place to be able to do these sorts of things means we have a foundation and a base to do other things that we may or may not want to do in the future. So it's constantly expanding the game, ready for the future again, and taking it into different places.
Making
as
sure
we
don't close off any paths.
Yeah.
Very, very good. Okay, we've also got a question from Battleaxe here. He says, is there a distance limitation in the ship transfer feature? So is it possible to get your other ships transferred to Jack Station, for example?
Yeah. There isn't a limit. The limit is it can get very expensive if you want a ship to be transferred a long way.
And if your ship's valuable as well.
And if it's expensive. However, there is an upper limit as well. So it should never be completely prohibitive. It might just be very expensive. So yes, you can get your ships transferred from and to Jack Station if you are there.
Specifically at the moment, of course, with all that happening around Jack's and the
Absolutely.
second
Lots of
bubble
interesting stuff.
happening around that area. I think people have been asking that question a lot. So good, there you go, you've got the answer. Okay, let's ask Zambrick's question. Will the modules that we engineer and the And the store be able to be placed into other ships that we own, or will it be fitted for the specific ship? Basically, explain modules.
Sandy's the no man, so you could take this question.
Yeah, so no.
And give it a
No, that's
twist.
not true.
Yeah.
So basically, the way we build our ships is a modular system. So if I've got a ship and it can accept a size 7 frameshift drive, I can pull that frameshift drive out and it can go into any other ship that can also accept a size 7 frameshift drive. So the answer is yes.
Yes.
Yes, it can.
Sorry.
And now with module storage, he says, losing his voice at the same time. I do apologise, I've lost the tongue. With module storage, you can.
Are you crying?
You can store modules.
I know that it's the end of the day.
Put them into new ships.
Come on. All right.
Wow.
Okay. Next, let's queue up a video so we can get Sandy some tissues to wipe his teary eyes.
Let's roll the VT. That's an old one.
So we've got an example. We're
So
talking about ship
professional.
transfer.
Ship transfer, yeah. While we're talking
Awesome.
about module transfer, you can also do it with ship transfer.
Oh, we did talk about that at the Jack's question.
So again?
We talked about it at the Jack's question. So
we did.
Yeah.
But it's cool.
It is
basically, the benefits that we get from the ship transfer is, I think it's quite subtle, but it's very, very important.
Very important. It's something that's going to allow you to do more things quickly.
Absolutely.
Like, depending on the situations you find.
Yeah,
I'm
so
not going to go too far into that one. I can see it in your eyes.
I'm just like, if you happen to be in a
if you
Type 9,
happen
let's
to
not go
be-
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in a Type 9.
But yeah, I think it's a huge update. Really nice.
It's really cool.
Really easy to use. Very straightforward. Open to all players. And you can just get in there and transfer it and jump straight back into that ship that you just stored and get on with the job at hand.
It's all part of the thing you were saying earlier about making it, lowering that barrier to access.
Absolutely.
Making it fun.
It's really cool because we
ships.
want players to own lots of ships.
Yeah.
We want them to specialise those ships to do different things.
Yeah.
But the galaxy is so large, we needed a way to get the ships to you. You can't. Basically, we need a way to get the ships in your pocket so that wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you've always got the right ship for the job.
Yeah.
They really are the characters, essentially.
Absolutely.
They're your main choices.
They've got their little faces.
So we have loads of them. How many do we have of them? So many of them.
How many do we have?
Ships?
Go on.
31, is it?
33.
Something.
You've got 2 more than me. We've
Right,
got
So
it's over 30.
currently there's 29 without
Don't try and
including the
name
2
them all.
CQC fighters, which takes season 1 up to 31 if you include Arena.
And then the 2 new ones.
And then there's the 2
Taipan
new
and
ones.
the Beluga.
Yeah. But and of course, it's not it is 32 or 33, sorry, because the fighters are now in the main game as well.
There you go. So before we do
I'm
the final
the numbers
giveaway,
man.
which is a very, very exciting giveaway, before we do that, in fact, we'll do 2 giveaways. Let's
said-
do one right now.
You said the final giveaway was going to be even bigger than the last one.
It is going to be bigger than the last one.
I don't even know what that is.
Well,
It's too
just you
big.
wait and find- It's
I
too
can't
big for
wait.
even you to be told. You're too low level authorization.
It's above my
Okay,
jurisdiction.
let's give away this again, even if we have already today. I'm not sure we have. This thing.
This makes you just travel really quickly
I'm just
with your
going
mouse.
to grab, I'm just going to
Yeah.
around here. We can have this pen as well, throw that in there. You can have this. Do you want that?
It's got all the green.
And
I'm loving it.
Again,
Something else
to
back
hear
here
all
as
the
well.
fantastic audio that the guys have put into the game,
yeah,
Oh yeah, shout out to the
to
audio
navigate,
team.
there you
and
go.
to do it all precisely and
Look at
quickly.
that stuff. All right, so yes, you can have the chance to win all this lovely stuff. What we're going to do is, what should we say? What should we get people to say in the chat?
Favorite reveal of 2.2?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Oh,
What is
look
your
at that.
favourite reveal?
On
What's your
point.
favourite
Yeah,
feature
yeah.
coming to 2.2? Let us know. My favourite
Only
feature
one thing
is...
though,
Only
because
one.
I know there's going to be basically everything from all of what we've said, but
Yeah,
just
which
pick
is
one
also
thing.
incredible. My favourite feature in 2.2 is, and then list it there, we will pick somebody at random in the chat to win this after we come back from showing the latest community. I think it's actually our last community video. We've got time for more questions as well, and then David Braben's final interview, of course. Not before your wrap-up, and not before another. This isn't the last one, by the way. This isn't the last one. The last giveaway's bigger than that. This is from Titus Balls, who is
He
a
does
good
some
community
pretty
friend.
incredible videos.
Yeah, it's the Wonders of the Galaxy video. I can't remember the number of it, but I think that it is in there anyway. So here we go. Cue up the video.
Cool.
Hello. Oh,
Hello.
there we are. Yes.
Back.
Yeah. No. Basically, it
Recovered.
looks like there was something going wrong with the. It was a tiny bit choppy there, and I
Yeah.
don't want to ruin Titus Ball's video.
No, it's
for
not
us.
fair. It
No.
doesn't. Yeah,
So
we do it justice.
Yeah, definitely. So I
Yeah.
feel like I'll be a lot more comfortable. I think like Titus Balls will be a lot more comfortable if we upload it to our account later on.
Yeah.
That means that it'll get lots of things as well.
Yeah.
We'll make sure it's community video labeled.
Proper
so
love it
you'll know
deserves.
exactly which one
Thank
to
you
go
very
to.
much for sending it in,
Yeah.
though, Titus
Yeah,
Balls,
it's
and
absolutely-
for all the
it-
video work that you do as well.
It looks incredible. I don't know if we've got anything that we can on the fly grab now. Maybe go to back soon screen, and then we can bring up one of the previous videos. Maybe the Galcop one. I really like that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fun, that one.
Oh,
isn't it?
is that the sort of 50s educational one? Yeah, that was a
So
lot of fun.
We'll head to a back soon screen really quickly. We will grab the Galcop video, get that one playing, and then we'll be back with some more questions after that. So I hope that's okay. And yeah, I will. We'll see you in a moment. Doing things on the fly here.
That's Dylan.
Greetings, traveler. The GalCop Commission for Long-Distance Diplomatic Relations extends a warm welcome to you as you prepare to embark on what will undoubtedly be a long but rewarding voyage. This video is meant to familiarize commanders with the do's and don'ts of long-duration exploration missions as they head out to stake their claim in the New Galactic Cooperative's rapidly flourishing diplomatic expansion zone in the Coreward regions. As you begin your journey to the expansion zone, your first consideration should naturally be your starship, your vehicle, your home, and your friend for this journey. Choosing the correct vessel is tantamount to your success. While it is of course possible to complete the voyage with a short-range frameshift drive, it is not recommended. Thankfully, access to independent free agent engineers has presented new opportunities for commanders to turn their favorite ship into a respectable long-range exploration vessel. Please note, however, that some upgrades do require extremely toxic materials, and the GalCop Commission for Long-Distance Diplomatic Relations cannot be held liable for any damages incurred from stuffing poisonous or radioactive materials into your spacesuit pockets. Remember, resources such as fuel will not be readily available out in the fringe, so remembering which stars you can safely extract fuel from could potentially save you from a premature end to your trip as you float adrift in the endless void, fruitlessly gasping for breath, while your stalwart vessel instead becomes your powerless, frozen tomb. While some seasoned explorers may scoff at the idea of bringing armaments into the frontier, the possibility remains of encountering a hitherto unknown and unexpected threat to life and limb. So while arming oneself for the trip may not be a priority.
They're wrong. Everyone was wrong about this. The Hawking, Shock, they're not coming for us. They're already here.
Of course, as every veteran explorer will no doubt agree, you should never ever look at the dot. More information regarding the subject can of course be found in the GalCop Anomalous Stellar Phenomena Archival Database with the correct command level clearance. So, on behalf of the New Galactic Cooperative, we here at the GalCop Commission for Long-Distance Diplomatic Relations would like to wish you all bon voyage, and we hope to see you soon.
The microphones are on.
Well, there you go. I mean, I love that video. It's fantastic.
I love it.
So it's really nice to see it again, actually.
Sorry, I didn't realise
that
the
video's
microphone
awesome.
was on.
Yeah, no, it's good. I really enjoyed it. So that's kind of, I mean, it seems sad to say this, everybody, but I kind of feel like we're winding down, aren't we? We're almost at the end of
Yeah, we're
GamesCom
at the end of a
2016.
massive journey that
I've
is
broken down.
GamesCom. That's the reveals, everything. It's all, you know, it's come.
I've got 3 more
It's
questions
it's
for
like
you,
a big sigh. It's like a
Yeah.
big relief. We finally told you everything that's
Yes.
coming in 2.2.
It feels great,
Well,
and it's all out
almost
there now.
everything.
It's everything's out
and
there.
Yeah. So
So, we do have a winner, of course, for the Razer gear, which is absolutely amazing.
Awesome.
It was ESXSTE, ESXT. who said his favourite thing was the ship launch fighters, of course, which, you know, I can completely understand.
Solid.
They do look absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
I'm
totally.
very excited to use those myself.
Yeah.
So I do want to ask a few more questions first before we roll the David Braben video and before we do the final big prize giveaway. So
let's get to it.
Yeah, let's find out. Okay, so a couple more questions. Last three, let's say.
Yep, let's go.
Unsurpassed Cheese, that's his name on the forum, great name, says, really looking forward to ship launch fighters.
Thank you.
And that's it. Next question, that's an easy one for you there. Next question, I can see issuing orders to your fighter mothership pilot via the roles panel looks a little cumbersome.
Yeah.
That's your opinion. In a combat situation. Even that's okay to say, isn't it?
Yeah.
Even with head tracking. So may I ask if there are going to be some additions to the controls that we can make use of to hotkey various orders?
Yeah, so there are two things. One, remember it's actually work in progress.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there's a good
absolutely.
chance that we'll be tweaking it to make it even more friendly.
Yeah.
But importantly, yes, we're looking into creating some specific bindings for fighter orders, which should make it super fast. So we'll set the bindings up, but of course, like all of our bindings, you'll be able to change them once they're in there. So hopefully, yes, should be really, really quick.
And there will be some kind of UI work that we're going to do to make it easier. One of the things that we're looking at is that if you've got the orders page open, when you cancel that view and go back to it, it will still be open because that feels like it's quite a priority.
Yes.
If you've got it open, it's open for a reason. Therefore, it probably should stay open until you actually back out of that window. So that's another thing that we're thinking of adding and seeing how it feels, just to help get you guys and gals ordering,
that makes a lot of
ordering your
sense.
fighters around a lot.
Cool. And Alex...
Order them around, boss them around.
Awesome.
Alex's question here says the new Witch Space animation with the visible star looks great.
It does.
Again, that's all he's got to say. That's all he wanted to say. Just wanted to let you know that that's how he feels. Fantastic, thank you. But will similar thing be done with station approaches from Super Cruise, so the stations don't sort of pop into existence? I can understand that question.
Okay, so they're not for 2.2 because they actually use a very different transition sequence.
Yeah.
But we've done it in 2.2 for the hyperspace jump.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
we definitely do this kind of thing. So who knows in the future we might be doing it for that as well.
Again, we always try to look at new features, quality of life, variety, the whole broad spectrum that Elite Dangerous is made up of.
And in a moment, you're going to go
updates,
through every single thing that's in there.
What?
Every single thing that's you're going to list everything, and then everyone's going to everyone at home. I want to see all of you going crazy for Adam Woods and how amazing he is in the chat. Please do that for us. But let's do the final giveaway for Gamescom 2016 Elite Dangerous. And thank you everybody for being here. You've been incredible. I've had an amazing time. I've met some amazing people here, but also it's just felt exhilarating to be back here on stage at Gamescom. It's just such an awesome experience.
Yeah.
And I cannot wait for us to be able to show you even more and tell you even more and do these things again in future.
Yeah.
I hope they'll let me do it again.
I'd just like
Will
to
you
say,
let me do it again?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd just like to say a quick couple of thankies as well, if that's okay. I'd want to thank everyone at Frontier that was working on both games. That's every single department. You're all fantastic. I want to thank everyone behind the scenes here that you can't see. The cameraman who laughs at our jokes, thankfully, and
thank you, Ben.
makes me feel good about that. And everyone behind this great big screen. I want to thank all the press that came to see us, everyone that's come to see these little live streams, everyone that's playing the games now, and of course the community that back Elite Dangerous. You're all fantastic. So a massive thank you and much love to everyone, absolutely everyone.
Okay, so one more question here. This one's from the Don Antonach Z, and he says, if I'm in a Type 9, and let me see, sorry, I've lost some of this here. If I'm in a Type, so if I'm in a Type 9, and I'm near an area where there's a conflict zone, what can I possibly do? Adam?
Well, in 2.2, The Guardians, which is coming mid-October, when you're in that situation, Mr. Antonacci, you can now transfer your ship instantly for a small nominal fee.
That's incredible. Fantastic. And such an astute example that I haven't heard being used before anywhere else. Well done. So, let's do this giveaway. Okay, so I wasn't lying to you. It's a very special giveaway. This is the chance, and we very, very rarely do this. Very rarely. You will have the chance to name a star system after your whatever you want.
My goodness, golly.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
It can't go wrong.
That's really big.
One of, I mean, there's a lot of them, 400 billion, but how many of those have been personally named? I don't think that many. I
Not many
genuinely
at
think
all.
this is
I'm
quite a
not
rare.
going to try and, I don't know.
You want to try and win this?
No.
What would you call yours? Sorry, I put you on the spot there. That was too hard, wasn't it?
Something like Poppy Zack or something, after my children, I suppose.
Sweetie.
It's not the greatest, but, you know, that would be nice.
As long as I'm joking, of course. So let us know in the chat. We're going to do it in the chat. That means that anyone can join in. Let us know in the chat what you would call your starport. I would name my starport X. And then, in just a moment, after Adam's done his big reveal, we will stop that. We will be picking a winner. They will feed it through to me on my microphone, and we will let the person know at home if they've won the chance to name their own star system. Amazing prizes.
Amazing.
We've had an amazing time. And
Absolutely.
then, after that, we'll close. We'll say goodbye to you. We'll bid adieu.
The last part.
David Braben's final interview, of course, which we think we've cleared up. Like I said, we think we've cleared up.
Yeah.
It's definitely a new video. It's a changed video. So keep a close eye on it anyway. Let us know, of course, what happens. Adam, let's go.
Let's do it.
Okay,
Let's do this.
I'm not breaking it up. I'm
What
not
have we
going to break
revealed?
it up over days. This is just going to be
Just
a
do
flat
it.
list. Okay,
Yeah.
so Gamescom 2016, Elite Dangerous revealed that at 2.2, coming mid-October, you can have
Good start.
ship-launched fighters, passenger gameplay, passenger cabins, a beluga liner, AI fighters, a Taipan. You can have fighter paint jobs. You can have SRV paint jobs. You can get hold of new wireframe paint jobs. You can now use the route plotter with the filters. You can now pay off your extra digital payments at the Shady Contact or broker. You can now transfer and store modules. You can now transfer your ship. I might have said that twice. You now have more variants in your inner dock and your hangars. You have CQC architecture coming using the simulation that drives Elite Dangerous. Planet map as well.
Yeah.
Have ship kits, and you
Paint
now
jobs.
also have notification of the star system state and security level before making a jump, so you can cancel it at your ease.
And planet geology.
And planet geology, and the white star, and the white dwarfs, and the neutron stars.
All right, huge round of applause, please, for Adam Woods remembering all those things.
It
Well done.
wasn't quite as smooth as
It
I
was
wanted
very
it to be.
good. You
but
were
there's so much in it, you know.
absolutely
It's
excellent.
There's a
pretty
lot to
tricky.
get through.
It's pretty tricky.
There's a lot to get through.
So we've got a winner. We've got a winner for the person to name their own starport, which is Star System. Star System, not just starport, the Star System. And that person is Prizamek Malika Rootsrat in the chat. And I've practiced that in my head. I think that's how you pronounce it. But anyway, round of applause for him in the chat, please. Nice
Well
round of
done.
applause as well. You now will be in touch, so send us a YouTube video. I think that we actually are familiar with who you are. It was chosen at random, I promise, believe it or not. It was this person. I think he's one of our moderators. Whoops. But he was
Well
definitely
done,
chosen at
moderators.
random, I promise, yeah. So,
That's
it,
it. Wow.
that's how we end.
The next
drop.
step is actually getting 2.2 out.
Just
out
gonna
to
go
all you
home.
players and playing.
Yeah, so in
Looking
all
forward to it.
seriousness, it's been a wonderful experience. I've had
Yeah.
such a great time here. And I'm super excited for us to get back home and do more of these live streams where we get to show you, more stuff and how the
Yeah.
real flows of things work and show you how things will improve between now and October as well.
And actually start showing the kind of final vision of 2.2
yeah,
as
it's
opposed to the work in progress stuff. So
that we've got here.
super exciting stuff.
Adam Woods, thank you so much.
Thank you,
Will
Ed.
you come back next year if we let you?
If you'll let me, if you'll have me,
You were very good.
I'll always
You were
come
very
back.
good.
He's the
Sandro,
best.
you were even better, I reckon. You were
Oh,
even better.
don't wait until I'm
Don't
out
worry
of
Did
about
you
earshot.
say I was better than Adam?
Just
Okay.
go straight
That
for
doesn't,
it.
that doesn't work. We're a team.
We're a team.
Thank
We're the
you, Ed,
dream
as well,
team.
for all your hard work doing this as well.
Yeah, thank you,
Good
Ed.
job.
You've done a great job.
Thank you very much. And thank you everyone at home again. And let's leave this live stream, let's leave the Elite Dangerous 2016 Gamescom live streams with the final part of David Braben's interview, all about the future. See you guys.
Right, so now I'd like to talk about the future. It's been great where we've been getting to, but the future is extremely exciting. Also, just look at what we've got now. We've got space games are now back to the fore. That is really wonderful. At time of recording this, No Man's Sky isn't out yet, so I've not played it yet, but exciting. Obviously, looking forward to the new Call of Duty. Not played the last few, I'm afraid, but I'm looking forward to this one because it's set in space. Can't really resist it. Obviously, there's Mass Effect maybe next year. Also, Star Citizen to look at when that comes out. So it's really good. I'm really glad space games are coming back. Very, very exciting. The other thing is it's great that the wider industry is in good health now. You know, we've mostly made the move to digital. From a player's point of view, it's wonderful. You know, we've seen it with rise of Amazon Video, Netflix, and iPlayer. You know, we're generally watching films and TV on electronic devices. With games moving directly to digital delivery is great, and it's created some wonderful opportunities. Look at what we've been doing with Elite Dangerous. All the updates people have been getting, really exciting, and what we can do with story, with online multiplayer is fantastic. So really, really exciting times. We have more things coming for the future. I've already in other talks hinted at Aliens, which is very exciting. I've talked about lots of great features in 2.2, but after that as well, you know, there are a lot of things to come. You know, we've mentioned ship launch fighters coming, passengers. You know, in these other streams, we've talked about a lot more detail of that, and there's been all sorts of hints of what's to come. And we've got multi-crew coming after that, but there's a wonderful raft of new features that will just make the game better for everybody, it's always nice to see that. The team here at Frontier have been working really hard, going great guns, making the game so much richer, so much better, so much more exciting that it's wonderful, really great to see. I think that the vision of the game, if you like, was always hopelessly ambitious. But the great thing with that is we are fulfilling these things gradually at really high quality that I'm very, very pleased with. You know, it's getting better all the time. There are still a lot of things that are in the future, but you know that we're down on the surface of the planets. We've got more and more things to do down there, which is good. We're seeing more things happening in space as well. We're seeing richness coming to what you can do, way more improvements in the way the missions work. Passengers will change things, take them up a bit, make them more interesting. I love the humanity of seeing the avatars. Of course, we've got the character creator coming later, not in 2.2. So all of these things, I think, make the game really good. You know, that what we did with the engineers is we actually had longer to do it, which made a very big difference, and it really improved the quality of what we can do. Not just in terms of the engineers, but there are so many other things that supported it. We've got other things coming as well, you know, the transportation and storage of modules and ships, things like that. Really exciting things coming. But also beyond that, we see the way we'll start to see aliens, start to see new things coming in the game. We've mentioned volcanism, the ability to know where to look for rare things on the surface, and so many more things coming to the game. So we have some really wonderful long-term plans. We're very, very excited about the future, about what we can do. We've talked about some of the things, planetary atmospheres, all that sort of thing, you know, in terms of things to find. I think the most important thing is the rise and richness of the story. We're seeing all of the player narrative coming up and how those all fold together. So it's really exciting, the things there that are to come. And obviously the things in the game, you know, in terms of the way... I'm probably most excited about what things like passengers do, because it makes the world feel more real. And when we start to get more richness coming through, you know, there are things that we're not talking about that I'm very excited about that are coming as well. But I think this is why I'm in games. It's the ability to do these sort of things. We've got such a great community, and I'd really like to reach out and thank people, all of those people, whether it's the player groups and all of those individuals who regularly play the game and essentially are building our game in terms of the way the story goes. You know, the community is what the game is, and I think that's really wonderful. And we've got a long, very, very exciting future. So continue to join us. It's really great. You know, and thank you for being here, and thanks for watching these things at Game.